Alright, we're back.
Play like they're steaks.
How do we eat steak?
Medium rare only.
Brian, your Discord stream isn't on.
It's not? The fuck? Hey, is it on now?
It's on now.
Okay.
I just got a commercial.
Look, if this network buffering setting was like overpowered, this would be 2-0 right now. But this is a shout out to just saying that it's all placebo, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have your network buffering, just keep it at default, keep it at minimum. It doesn't do anything.
Who's gonna stream the next game?
Oh yeah, the next couple of games we'll need new people to do that.
What do we have?
Choose your agent.
Yes.
Yep.
I think he is, right?
He is.
Is Jesse in the next game?
How shitty is your PC? Yeah, he is. How shitty is your PC, Nikolai? Oh, you're in the next game too, aren't you? No, you're not. You gotta buy. How shitty is your PC? Do you think you could stream?
Probably. Let me restart because I installed the driver and it's doing weird shit and I can't open Valorant now.
Okay, I mean, it's not a pressing thing. We can figure it out. Yeah.
Jesse in the next game? Wait, Plan Powder isn't though. He can stream.
Yeah, Daniel can stream. True.
We need to ask him.
He can cast it too. Cool. Okay. Alright, let's see it. Alright, so Team ARCANINE on the game 3 are stacking on the B side of the site. Hookah is probably going to be first contact here. I don't know who's guarding Hookah, and I don't want to switch off the characters to find out. So Mandy busting out. They're going to hard peek Hookah, and there's a flash on Hookah. And nobody goes down. So it's Sova and Phoenix currently. Hookah backing off to B site. So Damien right here might have first contact soon. It's going to be Steven or Damien with first contact on the B push. And let's see how many they can take out. One flash is already gone. He actually gets chunked, but only a little bit. But his shields are gone.
Yo, their team's totally taking my strategy.
And Damien here, oh, shoots at his teammate. Oh, and they're taking the multiple teleporter. And the rotates have to come in. They're going to beat everybody here to sight. They have to be careful.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's
One short. If he can get the plant though, his team might be able to guard for him. Gunner sees one.
One at heaven.
Oh, and Gunner with a one tap, but one comes out of lamps and doesn't actually take Gunner, and he's actually given time to heal. Oh, and Daniel and Gunner with a 2v3? I don't know, maybe it was a 3v4 total, but like
Fucking army of two shit.
that was really sick.
Same spot.
And what was really critical there was Gunner actually had time to duck behind the box and full heal before taking another peek.
yep.
Alright, regardless of them losing, I like what Steven's team did. They fucking threw him a ghost and told him to buy armor.
Hell yeah,
Yep.
super soldier baby.
It's such a strong
Dude, the ghost is good. Like,
And Steven's here again. Might flash out of Hookah once again, or he just dry peeks. Oh, and they went through the teleporter and they hear that, so they've got to know there's somebody behind them.
well on pistol rounds.
Oh, and they don't know up mid though. And Teddy almost got caught out there, but he actually ducked out right in time. Oh, and here's on long. Daniel's on long. Steven's in the corner and dies to Gunner, who trades him. And now it's a 5v3. Oh, and Teddy takes an aggressive peek and doesn't get punished, and that's really surprising. But the bomb goes A again. And now who's the pin down? The one man.
One down.
Oh, he's dead. Teddy's dead, and it's just Nick now with the ghost. They actually heard that gun drop, so they already know where he is. Nick should honestly just take the orb here. I think that's the best play. Just get the orb, but he ignores it and is gonna die, getting sprayed through a wall almost. And he's doomed. And you have to ask here, why didn't he just take the orb? They knew where he was. This was a hopeless play. Get an ult charge.
nope.
He just hopped out and like boom.
And sometimes it comes down to those little things though, right? If he got that ult charge there, like, you get your ult faster, you can make plays faster with Omen teleporting across the map, like, sometimes it's all down to those little things. And I know Daniel on Team ARCANINE really stresses this a lot, like, hey, make sure the right guy is defusing, like the person you want the ult charge on, not the people with the full ult charge. And like, that's one of those min-max moments where you're like, hey, like, think of your options, think of what you really have to accomplish here, think of like the upsides and downsides, and pick the best option in the right moment. And I think like in that moment he needs to take the ult charge, and those things stack up.
Oh yeah.
And then here's Sleepy Boy on B long. Steven actually loses the Dame duel against the Spectre, and now Sleepy Boy has a lot of work to do here. He knows his team is aggressive, and they haven't rotated off A. They're actually really scared to rotate off A, and this could be really punishing. The double boost over. Do they know he's an elbow though? The rotates are coming through. They need to be fast about this. Get the bomb down, and somebody needs to play long. And Gunner's going to be the one. Oh, is he? Oh, they're a little scared. They're actually using the time. Ooh, and Daniel picks them going off the long. And now, in the 3v5. Ooh, nice shot into Hookah. He gets full flash. Doesn't get punished. And actually, that play from Teddy was huge. Coming out with the classic and still trading somehow. But it's playing for long, and this seems kind of hopeless, to be honest.
Toxin screen down.
They have to really win some crazy aim duels here and make it count. Oh, and he makes it count because he wide sweeps! He hasn't even gotten a half yet. Oh, and Gunner shuts it down. Not today.
Oh man, dude, it's like, you know.
And Gunner's off to a hot start.
The econ? What about the econ right now? What it looks like?
It's really bad.
Kind of fucked,
Yeah, their econ's really bad. They forced that was their first gun round, and now they're crippled. And it's gonna be a hard one. And honestly, you have to think that like a lot of things went wrong. Like Steven actually died in an aim battle on long with the Bulldog against a Spectre, and Ryan got his number there. And now, looking at this matchup, we have a lot of trouble here. Like Sleepy Boy's on a classic, and 2 people on Sheriffs. But maybe, you know, you've seen Steven do crazy shit, and like the Sheriff's his gun. He can still make some miracles happen. Looks like a big A stack here. Panting Puma might have some trouble. Gets full flashed, but he's okay. Drops off the box. But look here, along bathroom, the one-man execute. Otter knows what he wants. He's lining it all up, and they're gonna execute. Let's see it. With the smoke wall, the flash through the wall, and this is insane. Some next level shit right now. What am I watching? Is this Astralis? Oh, but the box is firebombed, but the firebomb gets some space, but not enough space. And Mandy with the firebomb almost dies for it. And she's allowing the crossfire to happen, but Gunner picks him off. Steven's down, and now it's a hard one. One through the teleporter. It's Sleepy Boy with the classic.
Oh, but they're watching it.
And the most classic thing in CSGO is not buying when you need to. Oh.
But buying what cause you want to.
There we go. Now, he didn't do either of those things. Should at least bought a pistol, Eco. It doesn't matter. He's got a lot of cash, and this is their next gun round. We've got 4 in a row to ARCANINE, but MUDKIP looking for a way to bring this back. They have all guns, all utility. It's their time. And let's see how they shift, because we saw in the first map they had a lot of struggles on defense, and it looks like it hasn't changed. But on Bind, not Bind, I didn't watch the Haven match, but you guys are telling me that they did better on offense there? Like, I'm not really sure what happened in that match.
So Steven's team put up 9-3 on defense.
On defense, wow.
Yeah.
So maybe Haven is just this team's bane right now, because it looks like on attack they know what they're doing on these 2-site maps.
Yeah.
Well, Haven's really interesting, because you think it'd be like mostly teams, but it's actually like a lot of individual like aim battles.
Right.
Wait,
so I feel like that's where Steven's obviously just fucking.
Alright, Mandy gonna try to flash.
Hear
the noise.
Haven game, like all.
Oh, and they're going fast. And the rotate is a little slow. 1 through Hookah. Who's through Hookah? 2 through Hookah. Oh! Loses the clone, but he's still okay. But they still know 2 are in Hookah. Oh, and he's walled in. And this should be, everybody else needs to get on site. Oh, and Teddy gets a big hit. They need to get through and plant the bomb. Gunner is taking too much time here. I mean, it's 2 people and they know exactly where they are. This is really confusing. Plant away from them. This is really confusing. This should have been a sweep.
Necessary to rise?
I think it's okay. It's defensible. Yeah, it's a defensible res. But here it is. They just need to play it slow. Oh, and Gunner dry peeks him. I don't even know if that was a smart peek, honestly, but it was a really sick dry peek. And that's 5 in a row.
Yeah,
The economy,
crazy.
at least on the bright side, the saving grace for MUDKIP is that their loss bonus has been pretty meaty, and they can still buy. And it looks like a full buy from MUDKIP, or almost a full buy. Ooh, the Marshall on Teddy. I don't know how I feel about that one. He needs to put it to good use. He could have bought a Bulldog instead. Or honestly, Zoidberg could have bought him. He could have bought Zoidberg, the Guardian. So this is a really confusing mood from them. Unless Teddy gets something big with the Marshall. So let's see. He'll go for the mid pick, it looks like. Doesn't see anybody.
Like
He has
this.
Nick
They're
backing
changing
him
it
up.
up and they're spreading out.
He'll go for the mid pick, but he doesn't see anybody. And elsewhere, we have some action. 2 in bathroom. And nobody is watching bathroom right now. And remember, it was actually just... It was a Brimstone and an Omen on site. There's no tripwires. They have ult and everything, but the molly will slow them down. It's a good molly to slow them down. It hasn't spread the full rotate, and this team is actually thinking, okay, wait. Let's take our time. Got plenty of space to work with. And on the other side, Sleepy Boy rotating late, holding sight. And we've got Zoidberg up in heaven. Steven gets a pick.
Where's the bomb going?
Yep, they don't know where the bomb is yet, though.
Ooh, they're rotating.
And Daniel with the bomb all the way on A. And honestly, this is difficult. A 4v4, but they have full vision, full sight lines. They see him with the camera, and they know. And now it's their time. Daniel wants to play for long. 1 through hookah. Gunner's watching the hookah. Oh, and Gunner mistimed utility, but doesn't actually pay for it. And now, with the bomb plan for long and 1 man stuck in hookah, this is so hard. He's going to take the aim battle and win the dry peek. Oh, Gunner gets him through the wall. And now Ryan holding on the long peek. They're coming. One's on site. Oh, Daniel is actually down in his smoke. And that could be big. Gunner gets 1. Oh, and they're days from Ryan. Ryan with a huge days. The huge 2K.
Oh, man, dude.
And Gunner is 11-0.
Yeah. What do you think that's doing morale-wise? Like, they can't even kill the guy.
I think this is huge. Like, you open the map and you're like, okay, guys, we figured out defense. We opened defense last map on Haven, and we tore them up. It's our chance to do it again. And you come in with that mentality, and you go down 0-6. And look at the economy again. It's actually a little busted. They have a Judge and a Spectre on this team now, and a Bulldog on Steven. And things are looking a little dire. They have to stabilize somehow, some way. Flash in mid. Mandy's in the smoke. And I don't know who's in front of her. I can't fucking tell. It's Daniel. And he does what he does best and frags the fuck out. On site. And they're playing for short here. And who's the guy in heaven? Who's the man that can save them here? I don't know, because these keys suck. Steven's dead. I think it was him. And now here's Colin. How many can get with the Guardian? He's got to get the aim down. He sees 1. It's free! 2! Oh, he doesn't get it. Oh! And he had so many people. Look at their HP. Look at the upper right. They're on 10 HP, and he almost had it. And now Sleepy Boy and Spawn realizes, nope,
We like to party.
this is not happening. I'm going to go for exits. And honestly, with his team so economy fucked, going for exits right now is probably the best thing to do. And he's about to run into 1. Can he win this? Here's the teleporter. Did he get baited? Ooh, gets the first. Oh, he gets dry peeked, and Gunner has his number.
Oh, Gunner gets...
But he did take a gun, and with their economy fucked as a team, it wasn't a huge deal that he lost that Judge. So I think overall, a good play from Damien, taking a gun when they needed one there. But honestly, the economy is so crazy, and I'm watching the wrong player who's switching weapons like an asshole, so not again. And so yeah, this is dire straits. You've got 7 rounds in, and Gunner's 14-0. He's taking names.
They're pretty much doing what they did to them.
Yeah, and the economy is fucked again, and they're force buying again. Oh, the sweep. Oh, and it's a 4-stack, 5-stack mid, and this could be it. Oh, but Daniel gets 1. They trade. They get Mandy. Daniel sees another, gets another, and it's just Steven left with his ult. Backed up on B, but they don't know where he is. And they're really cautious of him here. Oh, and he almost gets dazed there, and that was almost really smart by Ryan. He probably won't see this coming. Gets the flash, and he picks one. And they know now, though. And they're thinking, all right, peace out. See you on A site, homie. They're going to reset, get the bomb down, and it's going to be a 2v1 in a post-plant scenario for Steven, who doesn't really know this is happening yet. He feels it, but no guarantees. But with this post-plant, it's going to be really hard as long as they plant for the right spot. And this is pretty interesting because they planted here for short. Daniel's going to play short, and Gunner is going to wall and play bathroom, I have to assume. Oh, he plays on site, which is an interesting play. Oh, but now that he came through teleporter, they know exactly where he's coming from. He's going to come from that side, and Daniel is trying to aggressively hold the angle. Oh, and he leaves the angle at the last moment, which is actually pretty smart. He buys a lot of time, drops the smoke. This is really smart by Daniel, and could be it. Oh, and it's free. It's free. Gunner takes him. Daniel would have had him if he didn't have him. So well played by this team. Spread the defense, and be patient. And this 8-0 start. And Steven's team finally has a bye. Sleepy Boy is missing a little bit of money, but they'll have a half bye.
Do you think this map is attacker sided or defense sided?
This map, that's an interesting question. I don't think it's as direly defense sided as like Split is, but I do think it's still defense sided. There's, I mean, but the choke points here are actually easier to abuse. This is my favorite map because there's choke points that you can actually shove through. That can't get pinned down like that difficult. Like there's a lot of chokes here, so I don't know. That's a good question. I think, you know, I don't know what Nick thinks about that, or like any of the other guys think about this. I think this is slightly defense sided, but not like overwhelmingly so. And in mid,
So
there's
just
no kill.
thinking, you know, like if this is defense sided.
Sleepy Boy's about to run into like 5 fucking people here. He only edge peeks him. Oh, and he lives. Whew, that's a lot of info. That wall comes in. That's huge. That's actually really big. Slows down the offense here. And they have to reconsider their options. Ooh, they saw him through the crack, maybe. Ooh, he sees them through the crack, and he gets one!
Oh!
Beautiful.
This map should be defense-sided, especially running a Cypher.
Beautiful, and this could be the first round on the board. The time is ticking down. But it's only one pick. They've still got a lot of options. And I love how they know where Steven's playing. They know he's on the A site, but they're not scared. They're saying, hey, we're going to take the fight to them. They watched the Clammy game where Steven was left stranded alone on a site, and they took the fight to them. And Gunner has an ult here, too. You'd have to think maybe they go along with the wall still up and just res somebody, but Gunner doesn't give a fuck. He runs over to the A site and says, okay, we can just 4v5 this. I'll save my ult for the round where we really need it.
Yeah.
Well, they have 15 seconds to plant, so this is going to get tight.
This is going to be spicy. Gets the wall down. They have to contend with the bathroom player. They can plant, but that bathroom player could be the one.
Ooh,
They have to plant. Do they understand that they have to plant? Okay, they got it down. And it's just Gunner. Gunner can win this, though. Oh, and he swing peeks and loses the
Gunner's
peak.
First death.
Steven with a 4K to win their first
Yeah,
round.
big round from Steven.
Well,
That wall, honestly, that wall from Sleepy Boy was the key, though. He slowed the defense, and then that tiny little hole, that one-way hole, let Steven look through and kill Tony Stark as he was using utility, and that gave a huge number advantage that honestly, like, couldn't be surmounted. They'd have to break the wall if they wanted to go long, so they had to reposition towards Hookah, and at every point there, now MUDKIP's defense didn't have to shift.
Hey, Brian, can you flip to the other B player?
The other B player, which one is that? Colin?
Right now.
Yeah, that's 3.
is a nice spot.
What do you want to see?
I just wanted to see them setting up like where they were going
Okay.
and stuff.
Alright, so it's another B push. First contact will likely be Sleepy Boy here on long. Oh, the Viper wall comes in, and they're sensing it a little. Oh, he gets full flashed! Does he get peeked? I don't know why I switched off of him, but I guess I wanted to see who would shoot him, but nobody shoots him. And the wall is really clutch there again, and Sleepy Boy and Steven as a combo has been working out pretty well on this B site for the last round, but can they do it again? He runs through, and they know. And the defense actually hasn't shifted. They think, oh, maybe it's a bait. But little did they know, that wall is huge. It's going to funnel them into one side. And who's going to be the first to peek out? It's Steven with the flash. I missed it. Whoops. Daniel. Gunner with the hard peek. Gets one and doesn't get killed by Steven. Bombs down, and they have a great post plant. Oh, and this round should be over. This amazing post plant. Oh. Oh, and Nick and Teddy with the flank.
So they should know they're coming through Hoka, but there is a.
Oh, they have a flanker.
Behind them.
But let's see what Teddy can do. He's coming out aggressively, trying to wall spam him. He's not behind that wall though. Oh, and gets shut down.
Oh,
Gunner
man.
still hasn't lost his mojo. One death isn't stopping him. He's 18-1 right now.
He's carrying.
And there's a lot of ults available on across the board right now. ARCANINE is only missing one ult, the Phoenix ult, which is kind of close. And then MUDKIP is missing two ults, the Cypher and the Brimstone. This Brimstone might be meaty. The Cypher, I don't know if it matters as much right now. But Steven has ult. And Steven, when he has ult, likes to use it pretty early in the clock. So let's see if he does that. Gets information. No, he's actually in Hall, so he's going to hold on it. And take it slow. And they've actually stacked B, except for one who's now rotating back.
Yeah, I believe that's Colin rotating
Yeah.
back.
And now we'll see. Oh god, switching players, cancer. All right, in bathroom. Oh, Teddy shot someone in bathroom. Did he get spotted too? Oh, he did. And Teddy is trying to take the dry peek here. Mollies him off and buy some space. But then the switch around. Oh no. And then what's his name? Steven might be behind them now. Oh, he sees them. This could be huge. Oh, he loses his timing. Oh, interesting. He gets one. Oh, and it's the B play again. Oh, they lose the peak, and Teddy actually is pretty clutch with that kill. That'll slow them down.
Gunner grabs. They're free onto A though. That should be a free plant.
Yeah, Gunner is trying to do something really fancy, but he's leaving his teammate on site by himself. And this is really hard for Mandy.
You might not be
And it was a really... Mandy should have sweat peeked there too. Mandy holding that angle was a bad decision. But Gunner honestly just bailed on his teammates there. That was not worth it.
Do you think this cockiness is gonna?
Oh, and oh! Oh, he gets backstabbed though.
For you.
And honestly, that was potentially a lost round by Gunner there. If he had stayed there, held bathroom, and just watched Heaven and picked out one of the people that went Heaven, that could have been a 3v3, and they could have won that.
Do you think this is gonna be the part where we swing in for victory?
I'm not sure. Interestingly enough, I think that ARCANINE looks really good on attack, but worse on defense. And I think that MUDKIP looks better on defense than attack usually. So it's a little strange, because MUDKIP takes things really methodically, and I don't know, I'm not sure if they've really adapted their plans. I'm not sure if Daniel's team's adapted their plans. I think, like, my prediction here is that probably MUDKIP takes another round. Oh, wait, but this fast push might make this a moot point. Mandy's out. Gets a kill with her ult. Oh, but they can't go in because of the molly. That was a really good molly before he died. That slows down the attack a little and allows the rotate to happen. And Nick actually picks off one. Might have just been a spray and a smoke. And Daniel burning to death. Lives actually though. And with this ult, it's going to be hard. Oh, this silver ult buying time. Oh, he's poison bombing it. And Daniel is just hiding on site. This is an interesting spot for him to hold though. He's really open here and I don't think he should be doing this. Oh, and he almost gets killed by the spray. Oh, and he loses the spray. But it's one left. And it's Gunner. He's pinned down. And that's the round. And honestly, if you were Daniel, why are you in the open there? Does that make sense? I don't think it does. I think he should have played bathroom and forced him to come to him through the bathroom. But instead he gets caught in the spray and then just tries to take a dry peek where the dude is running in and is going to be looking bathroom. And you're just in the doorway. I think that, honestly, that should have been a round won by ARCANINE. They had a good setup. And they just executed it in like all sorts of weird manners.
That's a long time to hold that arrow out.
Is.
This defensive setup is interesting because they actually don't have a hookah player. Instead, on the what's it called? What team is this? God damn it. Javier is actually not holding hookah, and he's just going to try to arrow it and scout for hookah. But the rest of the team is going to have some trouble. Gunner scouts out multiple, and if he gets this slow field down, oh, he's just in the smoke now. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. And he's going to dry peek back, which is a really aggressive play that I don't think should have happened, but he doesn't get punished for it. And Daniel's already rotating off, which is a mistake because they're coming back through A short. They don't know. And Javi might have gotten impatient too. Oh, they hear him hookah. And it's Javi against the world here. What can he do? Oh, he doesn't die. Oh, the crossfire. Oh my god, he avoided the death. Oh, and he triple burst fires him. He got him with a triple burst fire.
That was a play.
And Javi with the jiggle. He's got some moves. And they're just hunting Teddy down in the streets.
God damn.
And that was huge. Look, if you're as ahead as this team is, winning pistol is gigantic.
Yeah, that's
Assuming that MUDKIP doesn't force buy into this round, if you win this round and you can lock it up, ooh, 2 marshals, interesting. But if you can lock this round down, it's 11-3, and that team has to chain together a ton of wins on buy rounds.
I loved that. That was awesome.
That's amazing. And Daniel here, this is gonna be the crux of the round here with the marshal. He's gonna dry peek into 5 fucking people, and if he can get one, if he can even tag one and buy space, it could be enough. Oh, and that was he gets one in the chest. He misses. He needs to run. This is his round. Oh, and Javi with the 3K! Look at those bodies lined up. That could be the round.
What the?
And Javi saving them in back-to-back rounds. Javi winning it in back-to-back rounds. And the unseen hero comes out. When you're starting this series, you don't think, man, Javi is going to save our asses twice in critical rounds to win us a series. But he shows up when it matters most. And Daniel, though, with the opening pick on Steven, with the Marshall shot, was huge.
This is Steven's lowest kill game.
Yeah, and honestly, this has been a really big team effort from the entirety of ARCANINE. Gunner obviously been fragging out like a fucking madman, but Daniel to hold down the first kill, Javi in 2 back-to-back clutch-ass rounds.
Triple kills.
It's huge. And here, it's going to be, they're just waiting. And honestly, this is when this team looks the worst, when they take too much time. But Steven gets one. Potentially on an impatient Gunner who wants to close this out. And
That's a big pick for them, though.
yeah, but they haven't really full committed, and they're going to have another teammate peek into them, it seems, which is probably the wrong play here.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Oh, but the hookah push. Who's the man left? I can't tell. It's Javi, and he's the linchpin here. He doesn't even get one, and now they have the sight. They over-rotated there, and honestly, I think that was predictable. You know Steven's the lurker. Steven's the one that got the kill on A, so why the full committal? Oh, Ryan misses the op shot.
Delay on Steven's part.
Ryan gets tagged again, and don't think this is a winnable one for him.
My ult's not ready.
Mandy's bailing off site, but at this point, this is too hard. If I were Mandy and Ryan, I'd probably just save, let my economy grow a little bit more. I spent a lot of money. They definitely did. They had an early rotate that didn't need to happen, and I think, like, honestly speaking, they just kind of tossed this round away when they could have held a little bit more. But Steven had really critical picks there. That critical pick really opened up the map for his team. They didn't have a mid pin down anymore, so they were thinking, okay, we've got to commit to one side or another. If they rush us on the site, like, who knows? Oh, and I need to switch to Mandy, I guess. It's a lick off the back. It's not bad. But their economy is actually pretty hurt from this round. They won the buy round last round, and they spent a lot of money buying ARCANINE, and so they don't actually have a full buy. And Ryan just bought a gun, but I think he should sell it and let his team eco a bit. But it doesn't look like they're going to do that. In fact, they're going to force. They want this win badly. They're going to force all the way down, get double Spectres, and try to surprise them, because Steven's team, remember in this game, you can see the opponent's creds, I think, right? You still can see it.
You can.
Yeah, and Steven's team probably thinks they're on a save And this could be really sneaky. I don't know who made this call, but this is actually a really aggressive call that could be really, really effective if they... Like, they're on defense, too. If Steven's team thinks, oh, okay, we can take this slow and play for picks, but the other team has guns. Ooh, but Javi dies in hookah, playing up aggressively. And Steven's going to get some mojo off of this. He's a really momentum-based player, and if you give him momentum... Oh, and it's Daniel. Up to Daniel on the pin down. Swings right. Gets one. Ooh, and he escapes. He escapes, and this is huge. He's still alive. He still has time. And Steven actually is hesitant to peek him now. But one more elbow. Oh, and Steven goes down elbow to real Tony Stark. And that's so critical. They have the bomb. Oh, and they're stuck on site. And Sleepy Boy is going elbow. And oh, gets him in the head.
Oh.
Damien can make miracles happen, but no. Daniel, nobody's better in playing in smokes than Daniel is. And this is match point. And if you're MUDKIP, you have so much ground to make up now. You have to string together 9 consecutive rounds. So what's the play here? If you're, I mean, obviously you're in a hole, and you gotta fight your way out. You gotta buy out every single round, and which is freaking me out because fucking Zoidberg has a ghost, so you better buy a goddamn gun. Oh my god, please buy a gun. You have 7 seconds. Buy a gun.
Por favor, please buy a
Por favor, dude. Buy a goddamn gun. Is he saving for a Guardian? Because I'm so tilted. Oh my god.
Guardian.
Jesus Christ. Alright, but they're going to make a fast play. But their tournament lives on the line.
Slow down. They're going to dissuade the mid push. Usually if they rotate through B mid into hookah.
Does Gunner have ult?
Wait, I didn't need to switch off. He does not. 3i7.
Up so that they can peek heaven as soon as it goes down.
Oh, they saw the orb out of heaven. Oh, and the slow orb. This is huge for them.
Sometimes you can waste so much time.
And they gotta rotate backwards around into spawn.
I mean, that's 50 seconds now to commit a push and plan.
Right. But this is still plenty of time. And honestly, if they're fast enough about this. Oh, he heard the tripwire, didn't he? Oh, whose ult was that? That was Sova's ult on ARCANINE. Oh, but Steven tries to peek too and he doesn't get either. And he probably just has to, oh wait, his teammate's coming up big though. Nick coming up big.
Where's the plant?
Teleport to heaven. Sneaky teleport. He's gonna get this man heaven. Oh, he sees him too. He knows. Oh, he knows he went short. Oh, and Daniel cleans it up anyway. Oh, Nick catches him off guard. He forgot about the Cypher. Now it's Javi. And it looks like this isn't going to be the round, but Javi can maybe take at least one. No, he's going to back off and save this gun. And it's the right play. Their economy is actually not in the greatest spot. And there's no need to be there's no need to rush things. Just be patient. Yeah, oh, he sees the gun drop, and he gets killed through the wall.
Oof, that sucks. I'm gonna say Gunner's team has a lot of rounds.
Yeah, a lot of leeway. There's no reason to like be aggressive and like.
Yeah, only Javier has no money.
Yeah, and honestly, they're the only ones not listening to that because they're actually gonna force into this round. They want to clean it up, and it's a risky decision. And risky in the sense that like it's not the right decision.
But I mean, like I think
you take it slow.
But at least like if they lose it, then they can save and still not.
Right. But that means you need Javi to at least have money to save down to. Okay. So they're gonna eco. Oh, okay, Javi, what are you doing?
Not anymore.
Man, disappointing. All right. Teddy with first contact gets slowed off.
Slow it down.
And this mid stack on bind, it looks like they think the mid actually has a lot of priority, even though they'll go back to bathroom. Oh, and he wins the fight against Mandy, and Mandy shouldn't have peeked that. There's no need to be that open for an information play. That wasn't a good information play at all.
Toxins going up.
And this number advantage is important. Sleepy Boy is gonna peek here with Steven. Oh, and he wins the fight against Tony Stark. Would the real Tony Stark really have lost an aim battle there? I don't know.
I think the real Tony Stark would have a bunch of bots doing it for him.
Right.
Here I thought I missed the whole game.
Oh, teleporter. 1, 2, 3. And it's all up to Javi. And it's impossible. And then coming back side.
Now they gotta save.
Oh, the sweet peek! Gets one! That's Pretty important.
That's good also. That delays the rotate.
Oh, almost got. Ooh!
Oh, he gets
And Daniel is on something. Oh. Oh, dinks him! Oh, and Steven's dead heaven though. This is doable. And he honestly has a decent amount of time.
Oh, did he just raise?
Well, I
They
don't
just
think that's
rezzed,
raised.
and they know he's elbow. He's going loud and proud, and he just thinks, I can win these battles, and he wins the first. He has 14 bullets left, and he can do it. Because you know they're on site. He's got to go faster. Oh, he sees one! Oh, but he's finicky. You've got to commit there, boys. He committed to the peak, saw the peak, and then committed back because he didn't know, and he just wanted to flick around. But like that's the moment you have to risk getting shot in the
They're
back.
still not saving?
Commit.
Or are they saving finally?
No, they actually have a double loss streak bonus slightly built up, but like Javi's the only one that can't really full buy here. Oh, he can.
Oh,
I thought he didn't have armor, but okay, I think he has armor and a full buy. And so this is an even gun round footing. And they actually have more ults than MUDKIP does. MUDKIP burned a ton of ults that round. If you look at their charges.
Which one's MUDKIP?
MUDKIP is Steven's team.
Okay.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Oh, Colin loses the aim battle. Real Tony Stark turned on his suit. And Gunner on the pin down. Oh, that's one.
Oh, what's that?
And then
That was clean.
Mandy's here also on this corner, but they look like they're turning back to Hookah, where Daniel has Hookah watched, and Daniel might see him soon, but his he sees him,
Oh, there we go.
and he knows that was the Phoenix ult that just happened, so Daniel's gonna try to hide. And this is a good play from Daniel. He's gonna let the Phoenix time out. And that Phoenix ult actually doesn't get nearly as much as he hoped for. Sleepy Boy jumps outside and gets turned on.
He got picked by Daniel.
Daniel's down though, and Nick on site, planning mid site. Sees Steven. And this is a 45. There are two people still on A because they're insane and don't know what they're doing. But they'll go through the
Why are they
teleporter.
not rotating?
I don't know. That's a questionable move. But here they are.
Well, there they are.
And now they're all stacked here in Hookah. They have a lot of utility to use. They should use it. And they can make it happen. 1v2. Alright, 2v4. That's one. Nick's down and Steven's the last man to save his tournament chances. But Gunner's hunting him. And if honestly if someone sticks, it's over, and it's over.
It's over.
And
It's over.
a huge upset.
The one tap.
A huge upset to Team Arcanine. And honestly, I don't think any of us really saw this coming.
Nope.
We knew it was possible.
Oh, yeah.
But their aggression on offense was insane. Like they had executes lined up from spawn. You could see Daniel just raining in utility from spawn.
They had the strats.
It's something, I tell you.
And now I have to play against these fuckers, so I'm angry.
Well,
Alright.
now you know all their strats.